In northwest Africa, where the Atlantic Ocean meets the Mediterranean Sea, lies the city of Tangier. Just 40 kilometres to the north, across the Strait of Gibraltar, lies Spain. The port of Tangier is the gateway from Europe to Morocco and onto the vast continent of Africa. Known as the White City, it is a blend of cultures and architectural influences from ancient to modern. It has a long history, first as a Phoenician trading post and Roman settlement, and later conquered by Berbers, Byzantines, Arabs, Portuguese and the English. It was once named Tingis back in the Roman times and is the oldest city in Morocco. In 1912, as the rest of Morocco became a French protectorate, Tangier was granted special international status, becoming an official international city in 1923. It was later integrated into independent Morocco in 1956. Its strategic location at the Strait of Gibraltar has made it a hub for many cultures, including a period in the 1940s and 50s as a destination for writers and spies. Right up until the 1960s, when it began to modernise, there was an exotic, anything-goes atmosphere that attracted creators, dropouts and the marginalised from all over. But for us, it was inside the walls of the Kasbah, in the old Medina, is where the true charm of Tangier is found, and that's where we stayed, lost in the maze of narrow streets and alleyways. Around every corner is another fascination, behind every door, a secret to ponder. It's like stepping into a different world where the time of day has little meaning. Colourful streets, walls that are like picture galleries, tiny, narrow lanes that end at someone's front door. White painted walls that make the place look so clean and fresh, you instantly feel safe and welcome here. No wonder Tangier is known as the White City. The walls of the Kasbah are massively thick. Yves Saint Laurent once lived behind these walls in this quiet corner of Tangier. The property is now a boutique hotel. The green doors signify that a local saint lived here. In the 60s and 70s, Tangier's golden years, a backstreets cafe became legendary, Café Baba. Now established for over 80 years, this icon has been the hangout of choice for some very famous people. Swedish and Spanish royalty, Kofi Annan, Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, Anthony Bourdain, and now, us. We asked if we could get a snack. The waiter said the food is all gone. We only have mint tea, coffee or hash. Probably the latter explains the reason for the lack of the former. During the day, it's typically quiet in the streets. Often shops don't open until the early evening when it starts to cool down. These two craftsmen probably need bigger premises. We wanted to ask, but they looked too focused on their art to disturb. Instead, we just admired the ingenuity. Emerging from the back streets and heading towards the main market finds the energy levels and the number of people rise significantly. But even so, the place is still very relaxed. Straight across from the produce market is the century-old Café de Puy. Amazing coffee. Moroccan bread is iconic. Everywhere you go, you will be given more than you could possibly eat.
In the summer, this can be very hard because it's super hot. But he just give it to the shops. He give like 20 bread to the shops, each shop, so they can sell it and they make their profit and he make his profit. Yes.
And where is he been doing that? Long time?
This is father to son. Father to son, yeah.
And another icon, nougat. You just have to be prepared to share it with the bees. At the end of this mall are two famous cafes, Cafe Central and Cafe Tingis. For the price of a coffee, you can sit for hours watching the football or the world go by and enjoy the street entertainment. There is an abundance of dining choices, and with the market just 5 minutes away, you know that the food is going to be fresh and great. And it was. We finished our day at Tingis, enjoying a mint tea, but also a little sad at the thought of leaving Tangier in the morning. But the adventure continues in Rabat. Rabat, Morocco's 7th largest city, and is also its capital. Contrasting with Tangier, the streets here in the Medina are wide, straight and crowded. And because the alleyways are so wide, there are often roofs for shade built between the buildings. It's a less touristic place as well, so the souk caters mainly for the locals. That then makes it quite an authentic experience as you wander about taking it all in. I bet he knows exactly where each book is. Here, the architecture is typically Moroccan. Behind huge strong doors are private courtyards and the traditional Riyadh style of home. Beautifully paved streets and not a speck of litter anywhere. Wall-to-wall curiosities. And if your bum's not fat enough. Rabat has several important national buildings, including the unfinished Hassan Tower and the Royal Palace, and much more. We could have easily spent more time here, but our schedule was too tight to see it all. We finished our short visit to Rabat at the Kasbah Bar Budayas, overlooking the estuary and the Atlantic Ocean beyond. Here would be our last glimpse of the sea for a while, as we're now heading inland to the famous Blue City, Chefchaouen. Just over 100 kilometres southeast of Tangier. With the Rif Mountains as its backdrop lies the famous Blue City of Chefchaouen. Here in the narrow alleys of the old Medina, nearly all the buildings are typically painted in vibrant blue. It is thought that this tradition began in the 30s, when Jewish refugees arrived after escaping from Nazi Europe. For those people, blue represented the sky and heavens. Also, in Islamic culture, the colour blue represents happiness and optimism. So despite most of the Jewish population having left for Israel in 1948, the tradition continues of giving the buildings a fresh coat of blue paint every year. Wandering up to the town square in the evening reveals yet another vibrancy, with people filling the space and enjoying the festive-like atmosphere. Buildings brightly lit against the clear dark sky showcases different hues and contrasts, adding even more to the city's appeal. And with lovely settings for outdoor dining, a nice relaxed atmosphere and plenty to see, there was a lot to like about Chefchaouen. As with most Moroccan places, the people don't start their days early here. That gave a great opportunity to wander the quiet, uncrowded streets and enjoy the living artistry of this unique place. Daytime revealed a different set of hues when we visited the old Kasbah. With its raw earth tones, it was a glimpse of what was in store for us as we made our way further inland and onto our next destination, Morocco's spiritual and cultural capital, Fez.